Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great, and welcome to this new video on Solana. All right, wanted to give you my thoughts. We'll just do a full update. We'll talk about everything you need to know. We'll go over the state of the network right now. We'll go over the technicals, which in general right now the technicals are not ideal. All right. Which was relatively unexpected. I mean, in general, look, Solana, Bitcoin has been quite strong over the last couple of days, right? And then if you look at Solana, so if you look at the comparison or the chart of Solana against Bitcoin, that's just been very weak. So what we see is that right now when Bitcoin is bullish, Solana is also a bit bullish, and that's also what we saw yesterday. However, if Bitcoin turns a bit bearish, which yesterday afternoon happened, and since then we've actually fallen quite a bit, then that means Solana is more bearish. So at this point of time, the truth is that Solana just on its own does not really have any momentum. I mean, you can see that right here if you look at the open interest chart. We had a bit of an increase yesterday morning, of course, together with the entire market. But since then, it's been stable. Like there's been no increase or decrease. So there is also a bit of a divergence here. The price dropped down while the open interest stayed relatively the same, I would say. So Solana on its own just doesn't really have momentum. So it's waiting, or at least we are waiting for some sort of momentum to come about for Solana. And I do think that that's coming eventually. But at this point of time, I think the fundamentals for Solana are just not good enough. All right. Right now, you can see the success rate for Solana has increased a little bit. Like right now, it's almost 50-50, which is nice. But it's not great. All right, you would obviously want that like 90% or 99 or at least or like 100% of the transactions go through, which is probably difficult to aim for, but that is theoretically what you'd want. And then the total value locked is increasing again, but the DEX volumes and the daily transactions and the daily active addresses are kind of giving mixed signals. So that's all important to know, but in general, it's just looking at the open interest. All right, the open interest right now, if you compare it with the open interest we had when we were quite bullish right here at the end of March, it's just super low. All right, so that means that Solana will react a lot to Bitcoin. Bitcoin dominance is relatively high, so Solana at this point does not have a will of its own. Now, if you purely technically look at Solana, though, what you have is you have a very strong resistance level right here at like 185, 187. That's strong. That's the main level really to break if we want to turn bullish here. And then we have a relatively strong support level between 170 and 175, which we tested earlier this morning. Now, look, if Bitcoin is going to crash, if Bitcoin is really going to fall down below 69,500, for example, then Solana has a chance to get a bearish breakout right here and to crash. All right, so to crash down to 160 and 155. That is a possibility. I don't think it's most likely. All right, I think Bitcoin is strong enough to actually hold its own right here. And due to that correlation, which in this case might actually be a positive thing, due to that correlation, I think Solana will also hold support. And ultimately, I am still quite a fan of Solana. I think once they figure out to fix the network, once that all cools down a bit, I think we can, well, first of all, technically it's most likely we'll get up to 186 and 185 again because we are consolidating in that area. And ultimately, I also think we can break above that as long as Bitcoin stays relatively bullish at the moment that Solana regains its fundamental strength. So those are my thoughts for now. But ultimately, look, if you really want to trade Solana, I would wait for it to gain momentum. And that's either that we get a massive bearish breakout below 170 to short it, or that we break above 185 with a strong open interest gain to long it. That's the best thing to do, I think. And until then, we're just boringly consolidating in this area. But those are my thoughts. That's what I think you need to know for now. If you do have any questions, of course, let me know down in the comments. But for now, thank you for watching. Take care and bye.